Welcome, here I've got Motorola Razr 5G and I'm gonna show you the top tricks of its camera. So at first we have to tap on the camera button here to open it, and for now we are in the standard photo mode. Let's see what we've got here. Let me start with this settings bar. Here we can change the modes of this camera. Now we are in the video mode. At the center we have the standard photo mode, and when we go to the right we get access to other modes of this camera. As you can see, we have the photo modes, so the portrait, spot color, night vision, cinematograph, panoramic, group selfie, live filter and the pro, and the video modes, slow motion, time-lapse and spot color video. So this is a lot. I don't have much time to speak about all of this now. I suggest you to make experiments with that and just have a good fun. You can also go to the left corner here to this button. When we tap on this, you can get short instruction about all of this, so you can learn from this, and I think this is really cool that we have this. Now let's go back. Let me show you one of my favorite modes here, the spot color. By tapping on this we get access to it, and here we can save at the picture the color that we want, and the rest of this picture goes back to black and white. So let me show you how it works. This is my object. For example, let me save the pink color, so let me tap on this. And as you can see, this is how it looks like here. It's not perfect, but we have also this intensity slider, so we can adjust the intensity of the filter like that. So I can take a picture now, and to see my picture, let's move to this button from the right, and this is how it looks like. So as I said, this mode is not perfect, but in the good conditions to take a picture, it can surprise us. Now let's go back to the standard photo mode, and let me start here by tapping on the screen anywhere like that. As you can see here, we have this ring connected with this slider. So the ring is the focusing. We can focus anywhere we need at our picture, and by using this slider we can manage the exposure compensation of the picture. So we can manage the light. By going up we can make it much brighter. By going down we can make it more darker. This is how it works. And now let's move to this button with 1x here. This is a connection with the zoom. When we tap on this, we get access to the other slider, so we can use zoom easily like that. Of course, we can do it also by using 2 fingers. But as you can see, it changes to the video, then to the photo, so this slider is more precisely to do it. And now let's move to this button. As you can see, we have here access to other settings we can manage. We have here the flash, so we can turn it on the auto. The camera now recognizes when it's needed. When it's too dark at the picture, we can turn it on also every time we take a picture, and turn it off by using this settings bar here. The next one thing here is the camera timer, so here we can change the delay of taking picture, and by using this settings bar we can pick 3 seconds of delay or 10 seconds of delay. So for now let me stay on 3 seconds of delay, and let me show you how it works. So let's close this and take a picture, and we have the countdown. The picture was taken with 3 seconds of delay now. Now let me show you these 2 buttons before I go to the last one here. This is the short to the flash and the camera timer. So as you can see here, by tapping on this, we can also manage the flash. So now we are on the auto. The next tap goes us to turn on flash every time we take a picture, and the next one turn it off. And with the camera timer we can tap on this to go to 10 seconds of delay, and the next one tap to turn this off. So here we have these extra buttons to quickly turn this on and off. And when we tap on this again, we have also the active photos option here. So here when we have this turned on, we get at the same time the photo and the short clip when we take a picture. So this is also a really cool option. We can turn it on the auto, so the camera recognizes when it's possible to have this. We can also turn it on every time we take a picture. Now let me stay on this, and let me try to use this. So here let's go back to the standard camera view with no flash, and let me take a picture now. Let's go again to this button, to the gallery. So this is my photo, And as you can see, we have also short clip, so the photo in move. This is why it is called the action photos. Now let's go back to the camera. Let me turn this off here. And let's move to these settings in the right corner. By tapping on this, we can open the advanced camera settings. As you can see, at the first place we have also some short tips about the Razr cameras and the instant review, as you can see, and the external display. So let me show you now the instant review. When we have this turned on, we can do it by using this button. When we take a picture, we can see it at the same time at the back of this device. So let me take a photo now. And here we have the preview of this picture. And also we have the second thing that also appeared in a moment, the camera cartoon. So when it goes back, when we use this button, also we can turn it on and off. Let me keep this turned on. When we want to take a picture for someone, it shows us here some short emojis to focus the person we want to photograph here. So this is also really cool. And now let's go back to the settings. Let's close these tips. And let's slide to the primary camera. Here is one thing I want to show you. This is also in the internal camera, the photo size. When we tap on this, we can manage the ratio and the resolution of the picture. This is connected. So 4:3 ratio, which is now connected with 12 megapixels resolution, the recommended one, or 8 megapixels. This is how to manage this. When I change the ratio to 16:9, as you can see here in the preview, we can see that this is a little bit longer one than 4:3. We have the resolution here 9 megapixels, the recommended one, or 6 megapixels. Also, when we go back to the camera preview, we can see that here the camera frame has changed, so this is this aspect ratio. When we go back to this and tap again on the photo size on the primary camera, we can change the ratio also to 21:9. In the resolution now we have 6 and 9 megapixels, the recommended one quality, or 4 and 6 megapixels. This is how to manage this. And in the camera preview, this looks like that. So this is the full camera frame here. Of course, by tapping on this, we can easily go back to 4:3, the original one. So let's go back to the camera to remind you this is how it looks like. And the same thing happens in the internal camera. So when we pick this, we have the same ratios, but this is connected with different quality. So this is the difference here only. And let's go back to the settings. Now let's move to selfie settings. Here we have selfie photo mirror. By using this button, we can turn on and turn off the camera mirror effect. Now let's slide to the capture settings and let's focus on tap anywhere to capture option. By using this button, we can turn it on and turn it off also. And this is also a really cool thing, because when we have this turned on, we can, let's go back to the camera. As you can see, we have short tutorial. We can take a picture by just tapping on the screen anywhere, so you don't need use the shooter to do it. Let me show you how it works. As you can see, by just one tap, I can easily take a picture. And also here I want to show you one extra thing. Here we have the volume buttons of this device. With the usage with the camera, by tapping on this, we can also take a picture. So this is also a really cool tip here. Now let's go back to the settings. Let's slide again to the capture settings. For now, let me keep this turned off. The next one thing here is the shooter sound. So by using this button, we can turn on and turn off the camera sounds. And now let's move to the assistive grid. By using this button, we can turn on the camera grid lines and turn them off. For now, let me keep this turned on. Let's go back to the camera again. And as you can see, it shows us these lines. This is useful, for example, when we want to use the rule of thirds in photography or making experiments with composition. Also remember that these lines are not visible at the real picture, so when I take a photo and when I move again to the gallery, we can't see them at the real picture. So they are only to help us taking better photos. Of course, when we don't need this, you can easily go back to this settings in the right corner, slide again to the capture settings and use this button to turn this off. And now they have gone. And also here in the capture settings we have one extra thing, the camera leveler. By using this button, of course, we can turn it on and off. So let me keep this turned on. And here we have this line. This is helpful, for example, when we want to keep our photographic topic straight at the picture. As you can see, this is how it works here in the camera. Of course, when you don't need this, you can easily go back to the settings and do the same thing as in the assistive grid. So just one tap to turn this off, and here it disappeared now. And now let's focus on the watermark in the capture settings, the last one option here. When we tap on this, we can manage the watermarks of this camera. We have here the timestamp watermark. By using this button, we can turn it on and turn it off. We have also here the device watermark. By using this button, we can turn it on and off also. And here we have the short preview. This is how they look like. And this is the close view to the shot on Motorola Razr 5G watermark. And with this watermark is also connected the custom one, the signature. So when we tap on this, we can add our own, for example, hard reset. And okay, as you can see, this is where it appears in the second line, but remember that this is connected with the device watermark, so you can't add the signature without the device. As you can see, now it's locked. When I turn this on, I have this. So now let me keep this turned on. Let's go back to the camera to take a picture to show you how this watermarks looks like on the real one. And let's go again to the gallery here. As you can see here at the bottom, we have the watermarks. From the left, we have the device. Let's get closer to it with the custom, so shot on Motorola Razr 5G with hard reset. And from the right, we have the timestamp. Of course, we can easily turn it off by going again to the settings, slide again to the capture settings, tap on this and tap on this button. So for now, when we take another picture, the watermarks should be not visible at it. And now let's slide a little bit down and focus on the save settings. Here we have the last one option I want to show you, save location. By using this button, of course, we can turn it off and turn it on. And this option allows us to save the information about the place where we take a picture in details about it. So also the important information here is that to make it work correctly, when we want to save the actual location of our photo, we have to be connected with the internet, for example the Wi-Fi, and we have to turn on the location of this device. So remember about these two parameters to make it work. And now let me keep turning it on all of these settings. Let's go back to the camera and take another picture. Now let's move again to this button from the right to the gallery. So this is our photo. To check its location, let's just simply slide a little bit down, and as you can see here we have more details and the map with the full address. So greetings from Kraków, Poland. And that's all. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.